we had this formula of omega, that means angular frequency, that was qb by m, or frequency nu is equal to qb by 2 pi m. So these are the formula of frequency nu or angular frequency. Now let us see the time period. So we know time period t is equal to 2 pi by omega or equal to 1 by nu. If there is a component of velocity that is parallel to magnetic field, that is v perpendicular. So in this figure, so let me show you the figure again. So we had this figure, so we have two components of velocity, this velocity we have two components, this is v perpendicular and this is v parallel. So we had these two components, one is which is perpendicular to the magnetic field, another one which is parallel to the magnetic field. So this second component which is parallel to the magnetic field, so component of velocity parallel to the magnetic field denoted by this, it will make the particle move along the field. So what was happening, if velocity was completely perpendicular, then particle will move in circular path and will not move from its place. But as there is some velocity which is parallel, then what will happen, the particle will move in circular path as well as move along the direction of this magnetic field and make a helical kind or a spring kind of a structure. So this was second case. So in this second case, what will happen in this second case, it will make particle move along the field and the path of particle would be helical. So in this case path is helical, a spring like helical path. The distance, now what is the distance? The distance moved along the path along the magnetic field in one rotation is called pitch. So you know what is the pitch, because when in 11th we did some practical. So what we did, we learn about the pitch of the screw gauge. So when we rotate screw gauge once, so it rotates, also it moves little bit, so that one motion is called a pitch. Similarly here you can see, that when this one path is complete, this one circle is completed, then what will happen, the distance between these two circles is called a pitch. The distance between these two circles is called the pitch of the motion, pitch of this motion. So let us see what is the pitch here. The distance moved along the magnetic field in one rotation is called pitch. Now what is pitch? Pitch is P. Now we know distance traveled is equal to velocity into time, and time here is time period. Time here is time period. That we know, time here is time period and velocity is v parallel. So this is v parallel into t. Now t is equal to 1 by nu. When we put all the values here, so what do we get? So let us put the values, all the values. T is equal to simply 1 by nu. So omega is equal to 2 pi by t. Okay. So t is equal to 2 pi m by q b. So this is the value of t from this equation. From this equation, this is the t, and we have v parallel as well. So let us put v parallel. So this is the pitch. This is pitch. Pitch is 2 pi m v parallel by q b. So the radius of the circular component of the motion is called radius of the helix. So radius we can calculate as we did for the earlier case. So radius of the circular component of the motion is called radius of the helix. So now let us do this example. 4.3. What is the radius of the path of an electron? Mass is this, so this is given, electron mass, and charge this. So charge and mass are given. Also if it was not given, then we know what is the mass of electron and what is the charge on electron. Charge is 1.6 into 10 to power minus 19 coulomb and mass of electron is 9.1 into 10 to power minus 31 kg. So these quantities we must know. So also here for simplification they have given only 9 instead of 9.1. Now this electron is moving with a speed this much, 3 into 10 to power 7 meter per second in a magnetic field of 6 into 10 to the power minus 4 Tesla. So again here the magnetic field is given but in Tesla, but this magnetic field is quite small, 6 into 10 to power minus 4 Tesla, perpendicular to it. So now the motion is in this direction and this magnetic field is perpendicular. So there is an angle of 90 degree. So both are perpendicular. What is its frequency? So we have to calculate frequency and we have to calculate the radius. Two things we have to calculate, and we have to calculate third thing, its energy in keV, its energy in kilo electron volt, where 1 electron volt is given 1.6 into 10 to power minus 19 joule. So let us calculate all these three quantities. So first thing is radius. So from the formula of radius, R is equal to mv by qv. So let us put the value. M is 9 into 10 to power minus 31. V is given here 3 into 10 to power minus 3 into power 7 meter per second. Again see, this velocity is very large, 3 into 10 to power 7 divided by Q. Q is the charge on this electron. Here it is given 1.6 into 10 to power minus 19, and this B is simply 6 into 10 to power minus 4 Tesla. So here it is given in Tesla. Suppose if it was given in Gauss, that means 6 Gauss. So how can we calculate 6 into 10 to the power minus 4 Tesla? So we will always put this magnetic field in Tesla before solving any numerical question. So here it is already given in Tesla, so we don't change it. So after that, when we calculate, what we get, the radius is 26 centimeter. So on calculating we get the radius is 26 centimeter. So this is the radius of the circle. Now what second thing is? Second thing is the frequency. What is the frequency? From the formula of frequency, frequency is equal to V upon 2 pi R. So let us see, since this is a circular motion, so velocity is this is the velocity. So with velocity, this radius is R and this circumference is 2 pi R. This circumference is 2 pi R. So if with v velocity this is moved this much in some time t, so how many rotation it will do? So we will simply get this equation by v divided by the radius of circumference. So for frequency, simply v divided by the circumference, because v is the velocity per second. What is nu? Nu is the frequency per second, that means number of rotations per second. So dimension is 1 by second. So rotations per second. Velocity, what is velocity? Meter per second, and this 2 pi r is again the distance travelled, that is also in meters. So meter cancelled. Nu is simply v by 2 pi r. So let us calculate what is the frequency. Frequency is velocity divided by 2 pi r. So let us put all the value. 3 into 10 to power 7, this is the velocity. 2 pi, you know, pi is 3.14. R you have calculated 26 centimeter, that is 0.26 meter, because we have to put here in meter. So this is the frequency, 2 into 10 to power 6 per second, that is 2 into 10 to power 6 hertz or 2 megahertz. So this is the frequency. Now last thing is energy. Since it is moving with some velocity, it must have some kinetic energy. Energy is E is equal to half mv square. Half m is 9 into 10 to power minus 31 v square. So v is 3 into 10 to power 7, square is 9 into 10 to power 14. So this is square and this is also square. So 9 into 10 to power 14. So when we calculate this, this comes out 40.5 into 10 to power minus 17 joule. So this is in joule, but we have to tell this energy in kilo electron volt. So now let us divide it by kilo electron volt. 1 electron volt is 1.6 into 10 to power minus 19 joule. So 1 keV, kilo means 10 to power 3 in multiplication. So that will become 1.6 into 10 to power minus 16 joule. So when we divide this by this quantity, so what do we get? 4 into 10 to power minus 16 joule. So this is converted 4 into 10 to power minus 16 joule, and when we divide we get 2.5 kilo electron volt. So this is our answer of energy in kilo electron volt. How do we get? So 4 divided by 1.6 and 10 to power 16 and 10 to power 16 are cancelled. When you divide 4 by 1.6, that is 2.5 kilo electron volt.